In tech hubs from San Francisco to Tokyo, payment is routinely made through software on phones and watches. Among a dreadful economic crisis in Venezuela, which is tough for very different reasons, a similar innovation is taking hold. People from vegetable sellers to taxi drivers have registered to use mobile payment applications to attract customers who do not have enough paper money, which is in short supply due to soaring prices. Venezuela's hyperinflation is one of the first of the digital era, producing surprise winners in a tough business climate, small technology companies based in the crisis-stricken country. Apps such as Vipo and Pago are gaining a following in Venezuela.
We saw in 2010 and 2011 that this electronic pay was going to be a trend. It was a global trend. What ends up happening in the end is that there are countries, for different respective reasons, this eventually accelerates. And so perhaps our economy will be cashless before Denmark, which is one of the countries that has put more effort into this electronic pay.
Without these apps, even simple transactions like tipping a waiter or paying for parking become nightmares. The maximum daily amount Venezuelans can withdraw from cash machines is around 10,000 bolivars, around 4 cents at the black market exchange rate. Still, banking websites and mobile apps often crash as outdated telecoms infrastructure is unable to cope with surging demand. Vipo, a Caracas-based payment app, saw a more than 30-fold increase in the number of people registering last year. City Wallet, born as a pilot project for online parking payments at a private university, was extended to several shopping centers. Creating an app in Venezuela usually requires little capital, given low salary expectations from coders and near free electricity data costs. Developers were surprised by the rapid adoption of the applications and are betting on further growth in 2018. Venezuela's central bank buttressed the boom by slowing cash production just as inflation was spiraling into quadruple digits. At the end of 2017, the volume of banknotes increased by only 14%, less than half from a year earlier. That coincided with price rises of more than 2,500%, according to the National Assembly figures. Some 18 private Venezuelan banks last year launched an electronic payment app for consumers. Mercado Libre, one of the largest online commerce companies in Latin America, also offers a local payment solution. Despite some of the world's lowest internet speeds and a significant fraction of the population without bank accounts and cell phones, cash is falling out of favor in Venezuela. A startup incubator on the outskirts of Shanghai is laying out sweeteners for budding entrepreneurs. Free office space, subsidized housing rent, tax breaks, and in some cases, cash. The center, formerly called the Jinshan Cross-Strait Youth Entrepreneurship Base, is part of the new phase of China's approach towards Taiwan, the self-ruled island Beijing considers a wayward province and over which it claims sovereignty. More than 50 of such bases have sprung up in the past 3 years across the country, trying to attract Taiwanese youth. Since a youth-led movement helped sweep in President Tsai Ing-wen, whose party favors independence from China, younger Taiwanese have been seen as a key demographic to win over amid soaring political relations between Beijing and Taipei. Young Taiwanese entrepreneurs coming to cash in on the massive mainland market, however, is no new trend. But entrepreneurial bases like Jinshan hope to boost that number with heavy government subsidies. According to government officials behind the Jinshan base, the local Jinshan government finances the startups itself and has given companies between $7,000 and $31,000 in cash support, sometimes with tax breaks. Yilan native Xu Yingchen, who expanded her nail foil sticker business last year with help from Jinshan, said that young Taiwanese should be practical about the opportunities in China rather than focusing on the political aspects. Taiwan is one of China's most sensitive issues, and Beijing has never renounced the use of force to bring it under Chinese rule. For years, its policies towards Taiwan have focused on improving ties with traditional businesses, which still continue. In October last year, Chinese President Xi Jinping said at the 19th Party Congress that China would progressively give equal treatment for Taiwanese pursuing education, entrepreneurship, employment, and life on the mainland. Workers in its tech industry, its strongest sector, are also being lured to China by higher wages.